Jez here from Nigezza.co.uk, independent stamping up demonstrator, bringing you another project using this November only product, the Snow is Glistening stamp set. It does come with coordinating dies. It comes with the snowfall finlets, and this, I believe, is project number 5. So you will have seen projects using the lovely snowflake finlets, but this one I'm just using the stamp set because although I've used the stamp set, I haven't used solely the stamp set. So this is what I'm bringing you today. These products, there's another stamp set which I don't have, and they're only available during November as Stamping Up Demonstrator. I've had them through October, so I'm bringing you as many products as I possibly can, projects using this set. Now I'm using the Stamparatus for this project because it makes it so much easier. I am doing Merry Merlot and Very Vanilla, and I'm going to be using some copper embossing powder. I've done a card before where I've used this combination of colours, and I just think it's really luxurious and lovely. I have got a scrap piece of card here, the same size as my card base. These are my usual measurements that I do for card bases, which you'll be finding on my blog, and I've just lined it up here so that that's in the centre. And the beauty of the Stamparatus is you can use the other one there, and I've lined up on there the sentiment and the little tree stalk, and I've done a bit of masking to create that. Okay, so I'm going to leave the card under there for a little shim, and I'm going to get my Versamark, and you've guessed it, I haven't got it. Where is it? I got everything ready, honestly, and I've got my embossing buddy, which I often forget, got my powder, got the stamps, lined them all up, and I seem to have forgot my Versamark, so I'm just going to have to go and find that because I can't actually see it. Just 2 seconds. Here we are, got it. I had put it away with the neutrals like a wally. And I can just hear Sam going to me, well, Jez, that's because you didn't put it away. And you see it works if you put it away. Yeah, I did put it away. I just put it away in the wrong place. So I'm just stamping that up with some Versamark. And then I'm going to stamp down. And you can't see Versamark as well as a colour, but if you kind of go down to it, you can sort of see if it's gone. And I'm just gonna do a little bit over this edge a bit more, just to doubly make sure I got it everywhere. Yep, that's got them all. Now I'm gonna stick the embossing powder on that whilst before I put the others on, simply because I'm going to do some masking. It takes a little bit of time, and look at that, that's going, excuse me, you didn't use me. Oh, that rhymed. Yeah, well, you know what I'm like. So, oh, I picked that one up as well. So I'm going to sprinkle that on. So it's because I'm going to do some masking off for the sentiment that I'm doing it before I stamp everything, just because I think I might just wait too long that for it. So let's pop that back on. And I'm going to turn this around a bit to make it a little bit easier. I might whip that off. So I'm going to turn this to the side. Oh, do you know, I was just thinking, I was looking out the window and I've just arranged to meet a friend, and it's glorious sunshine, and it's now raining, but it is the end of October. It'll be November when this comes out. Right, so what I've done here, so I'm using this sentiment. Where's my stamp case? Oh, it's there. So I like the Merry Christmas there. I just want Merry Christmas. I don't want the rest of it. There's not enough room. So I'm going to mask it off. So I've got a post-it note here, and you can see I've cut a little bit out because the Y of the Merry comes down. So that's a good thing about doing a little bit of a practice, because those sort of things you become aware of. So all I've done was cut a little bit out there for that Y, and then I'm going to go over it, including the stem of the tree or the trunk, like so. Take that off and then stamp that down, and that should be just the sentiment and none of the other words. Fingers crossed, worked in practice. And when I look down, can't see a thing, but I think it's worked. We'll find out now. I'm going to sprinkle some powder. And it has. Love it when a plan comes together. There we go, a few little dots. And you know why I've got a few little dots? Because I didn't use my embossing buddy. Just knock them off. I've got a brush somewhere for knocking off. A little bit down there. There we go. That's that. And then I'm just going to do a little bit of decoration on the inside, and show you how that bit works there. So move that to one side. I shall heat them all up together. And what we're going to do is just turn this plate over the other side. Now, if you were going to make this, you could do bulk making, and you could do each individual bit separately. So you could do all the trees, all the stems and the sentiments, and then all this inside. So this is a piece of card that's going on the inside. I will use my embossing buddy now, because I have remembered. So let's just close that up a sec. So I'm going to go across the top. I'm going to go across the bottom, and I'll show you how we use this lovely stamp and how we use the step hinge. Now, what I've done is previously I lined it up so that the corner of that edge of that card was sort of lined up with this hinge, and this edge was lined up with that hinge, so slightly in a bit, so that when that goes down, it's sort of on the edge of the card, like so, and then you go over two with this, and then it'll stamp down there. Simples. She says, with her fingers crossed that it will in fact work. So let's get my stamp set again. So that's what this is designed for. It's designed to be able to go fully across the card using the hinge step. So let's get this all inked up with my Versamark, and this will give a really luxury feel to this card, having a bit of copper embossing on the inside. And then we'll just move it twice, 1, 2. Often with hinge step you move it once, but this requires you to move it twice because it's a bit bigger. And we'll stick that down. And then flip the card 180. I'm just eyeballing where I want it. You could measure if you wanted. You could put a bit of washi on it, so you kind of know you've got it in the right place. I'm just winging it. Don't know why I wing it sometimes, because it all goes horribly wrong. But there we go. Get it done. And then put that away now. Get the card out. And let's bung on some embossing powder. Missed a bit in the corner there. There we go. How beautiful. So all I need to do now is heat set it. Bring that away. Get rid. Get my heat gun. And we'll just heat these up. So a bit of noise. There we are, they're all set nicely. And then it's just a matter of sticking that to the card. So with a bit of trusty Tombow. Now you could of course mat this with some copper foiling to give it some extra luxury. Could have trimmed this mat down slightly and put copper foiling around it to step it up. Need to get my rubber on that. Go, and then put a bit on this for the centre, so you've got a lovely centre. What a lovely surprise when you open the card to find that that lovely gold copper foiling is on the inside as well. And you can see, looking at that, how lovely that would look if it was on a card front. You could use one of our beautiful dies, cut yourself out a snowflake and have that in the middle. That would be lovely, wouldn't it? Giving me some ideas. That might be my next card. There we go. So that's it. A few little bits there. That's my card. Hope you like it. All the details will be on my blog, nigezza.co.uk, and there'll be a link there to the shop to enable you to buy these exclusive November only stamp sets and dies. I just think they're stunning, absolutely stunning. There's another stamp set that will see you through the rest of the year as well, so not just for Christmas, and some of these can be flowers and not necessarily snowflakes. Okay, see you again soon. Bye bye.